crazy part, man. Some people, man, they just too old for this, man. It's not about the women or the men that I'm. Even though you see the two women up there, it's for men too. You know, some of them are just too old. My last one got cut off because I always be driving, so getting in that traffic. But some of them are just too old for this, man. You sitting up here, 40 some years old or whatever, and you still haven't came to the conclusion that, damn, my seatbelt. You're too old for this. When it come down to you, getting around, messing around, playing around, you're just too old for this, man. I just don't understand it. Some of y'all are just way too old to be out here, Let me go back into what I was saying early on the last one before it got cut. You know, you'll have people in your life, that's your older brother, older sister. You know, some people you will sit there and you'll be like, those are your role models. You look up to your big brother, you look up to your uncle, you look up to your grandma, your granddad, you look up to mom and dad. But how are you looking up to the guy that's around the same age as you? You know, how are you looking up to your best friend and y'all the same age, or he just 1 or 2 years older than you? You look up to him for inspiration. I understand you might like the way he's moving. I understand you might like the way he's, got his life structured. But how are you looking up to somebody around us if they're almost the same age as you? They're doing good in life. You can do it too. You know, if you're looking up to some random guy you just met, let's say YouTube, social media, whatever, guys around the same age, you're not technically hating, but you're trying to say, like, how did this guy get to this level? You know, he just had better outcomes with his life. Like, when it comes down to it, you can have those same outcomes too. Looking up to him, like I go back to say, got a brother that's about a year older than me. I don't look up to him. You're almost the same age. Anything he can accomplish in life or do, I put it on myself to do the same or, be that as well. So when it comes down to it, I see myself as, almost doing the same thing in regards to living my life just like he living his. I shouldn't have to, look up to him, and I won't be looking up to him. He's not that older than me, man. Like we almost about the same age. Like I said, a year up. We kind of twins for like 2 months. But the craziness of it is when it comes down to it, why are you looking up to somebody that's around the same age as you? Like, you're a little bit too old for that. Even with doing social media and all this other stuff, man, you're looking up to these people. I'm actually gonna do a stream on that probably in a few hours or so, but it's just like, what's the process? You know, what what are you getting from? What are you learning? You know, I'm starting to look at this as why. Like, why are we even having these conversations? Why is this stuff being structured like this? You're a little bit too old for this. Looking up to certain people that's around the same age. You should have a mentor that's a couple of years at least older than you because they don't went through some things and they can teach you. You might have someone that's around your same age or even younger that's went through a whole lot, but the growth is not there. They can tell you everything that they went through, but the growth is not there. You have some people that may have the growth, but I don't know. It's like, how could I look up to my little brother? You know, uh, I guess it depends on the mindset. Depends on the person. They got some older guys that do look up to their younger brothers for inspiration because they probably been a screw up all their life. Who knows? But the point of it is, I don't see it like that. If I'm gonna be looking up to somebody, it's gonna be somebody a little bit older. Take on some type of maturity level, so I can get to that point and be like, they've made it and they went through the struggle, went through the growing pains, and came out on top and came out pretty decent. So I'm just gonna end right here. I'm trying to do a couple of shorties to keep them knocked out and stuff. I ain't gonna be doing them too much long. Sometimes I might start doing some long streams at night, inviting people on, get them talk about it. But for the most part, try to do a couple of shorties. You know, get people mind to where they won't wander off after a couple of minutes. And with that being said, we gone. Stay tuned for the next one. Okay, cleaning house.